You guys, welcome to the best launch since Amplify. It is our drop 3 launch, Pump. They are the most incredible shorts ever. Of course, we still have love for Amplify, Amplify Contour, and Revive, but Pump just changes the game. She is truly that girl. So that's what we're gonna go over today is the drop 3 Pump collection. I also have a few Tenacity pieces that we'll go through at the end, but main focus of this try on is gonna be our Pump collection because whoo-hoo, they're incredible. So if you haven't seen the try on haul on the Alphalete channel, go watch that because I was a part of that. Melissa, our head women's designer, she goes through the fit like way more in depth. I'll say some of the stuff, but she's like, of course, she's a designer, so she knows a lot more. So without further ado, let's hop right into the try on haul and you will see for yourself why me and all the other athletes and affiliates keep talking about Pump, how amazing it is, how good it makes the glutes look, all of the things. So let's go. So just so you guys know, I am 5'9.5". My bust is 38 inches. And listen, 38 because of my lats, simply because of my lats. I don't have much here, but my lats are huge. And so you'll see me, when I get into the bra section, you'll see me talk about my lats and how I like bras to fit around my lats. So bust is 38, waist is 30.5, and then hips are 44. And I am a large on the bottom. In sports bras, I wear a large, and then in tops, I do medium because I like my tops tighter. So this top right here is a medium, which I'll get into as we go through the video. Pump. Differences between Pump and Amplify and Revive. So first of all, the waistband. These are made to be mid-rise. Now, I am a high-rise girly, so I do pull them up a little bit higher, but they are made to be mid-rise, whereas Amplify is ultra-high and then Revive is high. So that's the differences between the three there. But they still have the same 3-tier waistband, which, like I said, Melissa in the Alphalete video, she goes way more in depth, but she kind of explains what the different 3 tiers of the waistband are. So this bottom tier is the loosest like fabric. I don't know exactly what she called it, but this tier is the loosest. The middle is a little bit tighter and then the top is tighter. And she explains like all of the design things behind that in that video. But that's essentially what the 3-tier waistband means is there's different tiers, I guess like stretchiness between the different tiers. So that's the waistband. If you have Amplify or Revive, you are familiar with the waistband because like I said, all of them have that same 3-tier waistband. It's just the height that differs between the 3. And then these are a little bit more compressive Pump, but I will say between the colors, some are more compressive than the others. And I think that's just because like the fabric dye or whatever the case, some are just more compressive. So I have espresso on, which is our brown color right now. These are definitely more stretchy when compared to, which ones? Where are they? Emerald green. So this is a good example. The emerald green are definitely more compressive, and so are the Palace blue, but the espresso, the ultraviolet, the white, I'll have to try on. You'll see as we go through the try on haul. I can't remember how acai berry and Sahara fit. So I'll mention that like as I try them on, but just keep that in mind too. Like some of them are a little bit more stretchy. However, they all are still more compressive than Amplify and Revive, but I like that. So if anything, I would stay true to size with these. I wouldn't size down because of that factor, because they're more compressive. I think if you size down, it's gonna be too tight. I had to put on a medium for one of our shoots because the larges were dirty because I worked out in them the day before. And the medium, it did make my glutes look a lot better, of course, because we have that under glute contour now, that under glute lift a little bit, but it was just too tight in my waist. So like I was saying a few minutes ago, with Pump, we have this little under butt. I keep referencing contour, but it's like an under butt lift slightly. I know there's other brands that do like an insane butt lift. This one's just so slight. And I will say too, if you have bigger legs like myself, these roll up, especially when I work out. I've worked out in these plenty of times and they do roll up. I don't mind that. I actually prefer that they're a little bit shorter, but if that's something that you dislike and you have bigger legs, be mindful that they probably will roll up. The inseam is 5 inches here. So this is normal. this is how they would fit me if they didn't roll up. But as I walk, even if I squat, and we'll do a squat test actually. Here, squat test, make sure they're not. I don't even know if you could have seen that, but as you can see, maybe you can't see, but they're starting to roll up already. So if you have bigger legs, just be mindful of that. I'm gonna show you on a color that you'll probably be able to see better. But here is our glute scrunch. So as Melissa described in the video, instead of a straight up and down butt scrunch, it contours your glutes. So it comes around in this nice contour. So it doesn't look crazy when you're wearing it. And then you can see this is the glute lift right here. So those are two different kind of compressions. So those are the shorts up close. Again, this is the Palace Blue. We have our logo right here, our new logo. Up close, you can actually see the 3 different tiers of the waistband. So we've got, it's kind of hard to hold it. We've got this one, which I was explaining is our stretchiest, this one, middle one, which is a little bit tighter, and then this top one. So I do remember Melissa saying in the video that they do that just so that you don't have weird bulges and it kind of contours with your body, which is really nice. And it just goes to show that they put a lot of thought into how these fit. So I really love that. I think that's pretty much it in terms of like what's different. Okay, so now we're gonna run through colors. So as I said, I have espresso on right now, which is our dark brown. I don't know if you can really see if the light's picking it up or not. And while we're here, and since I have it on, just to make this try on haul a little bit easier, flow a little bit better, I have on our baby tee 104 that is dropping. It is the baby tee that we already know and love from Alphalete. We're just adding this vintage logo. So this is in Sahara. I've obviously matched it with espresso because I love neutrals together. So that's what I'm wearing here. And you'll see as I try on more of the pump shorts, I'll put on the other baby tees just so that you can kind of get a visual for how I would style them or what goes with what. So again, this is the baby tee in Sahara. I have on a medium. I think I mentioned in the beginning, I do medium in tops because I like them tighter. I've tried on the large of this and it's just like a little bit loose in my midsection. And so I like to go with medium. But again, I'm a true medium in most tops. So pro tip from Melissa, who again is our head women's designer, since we have this under glute contour, under glute lift, she said that to get that like butt scrunch between your cheeks, instead of like trying to lift and move it, you instead kind of grab the material from here and move it back. So that'll look like just moving it back and putting that between there so that you're not moving the under butt lift to be like cut your cheek off. We don't want double cheeks here. So I have on the Palace Blue pump shorts. I love this color. This is one of my favorites. Honestly, I love all the colors though, so I'm probably gonna say that about all of them. But this is Palace Blue. Like I was saying, these are more compressive than the espresso for sure. But again, I don't mind it. I actually like the compression. These roll up more than the espresso just because of that compression, and I have a little bit bigger legs, so they do roll up. But again, I don't mind it. And then I have on our white baby tee. It does have the Palace Blue accent, so that's why I paired it with the Palace Blue shorts. And again, this is the same baby tee that we know and love. It's got the cap sleeves. It's cotton mostly, so for working out, if you're looking for something more sweat wicking, maybe not the best, but if you know me, you know that I love baby tees. I got every single color except for Sahara, and I am going to get Sahara. After I just put it on, because I didn't get it because I'm pretty pale, so I was like, maybe it'll look a little weird because I'm so pale. Like it'll look like my skin color, but girl, it looked good, so I need Sahara. Anyways, so yeah, this baby tee is the exact same that if you have a baby tee from Alphalete, it's gonna be the exact same. The glutes, the glute pump. Look at that, like that's insane. And then we have our logo. Okay, like I said, you're gonna hear this from me about every single color, but this is emerald green, and this is truly one of my favorites. I wore this to the gym sometime last week. I got so many compliments on this outfit, and I had a white headband, and then I wore my New Balances. It was a whole fit. I got so many compliments. I love it. I kind of feel like Buttercup wearing all green, but girl, come on. Like, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, so this is one of my favorites. Again, emerald green. These are also more compressive than the espresso, so just expect if you have bigger legs, it'll roll up, but it makes your glutes look very good. Like the fact that these are my glutes without a pump from the gym is crazy. And then I have on the emerald green baby tee. Again, this is one of my favorites. I don't know why my voice just went high like that, but here is the logo, varsity logo. I love the varsity logo. I think it's so cute. When I had on the blue, the Palace blue, last week at one of the shoots, somebody was like, you look like you're straight from the 80s, like workout-y vibe because of the varsity. And then I guess the white, and I had on long socks. I don't know. It was a whole vibe though. I just love it. The glute scrunch. How I was explaining how it contours your glutes nicely instead of like straight up and down. It actually contours. And then the back of the tee is just plain. Like I said, it's just all cotton. So obviously we had to do black. So I have the black pump shorts on as well as our black baby tee. Again, we have the vintage logo here. I am wearing a size medium. And then we have our pump shorts, as I've been talking about for I don't know how long. These are along the same compression lines as the Palace blue and the emerald green. So more compressive, but gives you a little bit more shape when it's more compressive. So I'm not mad about it. This is the last one that our baby tee comes in. So we have black, white, but it has the Palace blue here. So keep that in mind. And then we have the emerald green as well as Sahara. So those are all the baby tees. Next color we have in the pump shorts is acai berry. It is like a fuchsia color, which I am not. Honestly, before working with Alphalete, I wasn't a color girl at all. Definitely not like pinks or purples, but this color, I ended up getting this because I don't know, I feel like it looks really good on me, especially when I put on the shape jacket, which you'll see in a little bit. I was like, I think I need this color. So I stepped out of my comfort zone and I got this. I got the shorts, I got the shape jacket, and I got the push tank, which is crazy. So yeah, these are acai berry. Same compression, I would say, as the espresso. So a little bit less compressive, not as compressive as the emerald green, Palace blue, and black. The glutes. Sometimes I do have to pull it down just to make sure that that butt lift is underneath my glute, but for the most part it stays there. And the fact that they roll up on me helps kind of keep that in place too. So these are ultraviolet. It is like a lilac-y purple color. I would say the compression is along the same lines as the espresso, so they're not as compressive as the other few colors, the emerald green, the Palace blue, but you still have more compression here than Amplify and Revive, like a runway walk. I don't know how to show them off because I'm just showing the colors now. Then we got Sahara, which is the same color as the first baby tee that I had on. So if you wanted to make that a set, you can make that a set. I think I would probably look naked because I'm very pale, it's kind of skin tone, but you could do that if you want to. Same compression as the espresso, so a little bit looser than emerald green, Palace blue, and black. Let's do a squat test in these because these are pretty light. I do have on nude underwear, but hopefully you can see. Ooh. I don't know if you could see me squat all the way down, but hopefully you can. I don't think they're sheer. They don't seem sheer. Okay, so I have a tattoo here, and you can't see it, so we're good. These are not sheer. All right, last color that the shorts come in is white. I want to be fully transparent in that they are sheer. I'm gonna have to get that in a different spot, like turn off the ring light and take a video. This is my tattoo right here, and you can see straight through. I'm not even like stretching it or anything. This is me just standing, and that's my tattoo. So the compression is pretty similar to espresso. So not as compressive as Palace Blue and Emerald Green, but still compressive, still stretchy, still very comfortable. Okay, moving on to pump leggings and push tanks. I have on Emerald Green, so I'll show you the colors that the push tank comes in. Fit across the board for the colors is pretty much the same. I have on a size large. I have tried on a medium in the push tank, but these straps were a little bit closer in on my chest, and I didn't love that, so I sized up to large, and it's still tight around my midsection, so that's perfect. I don't like when things are like loose when they're meant to be tight, so I did size up to large here. It has a built-in bra, which is really nice, so you don't have to wear a bra with it, and then we have this like very flattering contour under here, and it kind of comes up into this like V here, so super flattering there. And then we do have adjustable straps, which is great, and those are gold, so detail on all of the push tanks is gold. And then here in the middle you can see we have our new logo. Push tank was like one of the most popular tanks. It sold out so fast when we first dropped them. I do like the option of having the adjustable straps because, like I mentioned, I do have bigger lats. And so having the option of adjustable straps is super nice because I like things to sit a little bit lower on my lats. I don't like when it's like all the way up here, and it's like squeezing and then it just, my lat like spills over. So I like the option because then I just put it a little bit lower and it's more comfortable. So yeah, the push tank is, again, one of our most popular items. You really can't go wrong with emerald green either. Like, I truly think the emerald green is my favorite color from this whole drop. I mean, I love these other colors, but emerald green, come on. These are the colors that the push tank comes in. So we've got black and white, of course. And then we have Sahara, which is that nude color. So if you wanted to make a set with the Sahara push tank and the shorts, you can. Espresso, which I did end up getting the espresso push tank, so I can do that with my espresso shorts. And then acai berry, which I mentioned I did get this one as well. So unfortunately, no Palace Blue, no ultraviolet, but every other color it comes in, so if you want to make the set, you can make the set. And then the pump leggings, they fit is pretty much the exact same as the shorts. Obviously, it's just a legging instead. So it's a 25-inch inseam, which for me works perfectly. It pretty much hits at my ankle. I have socks on, but let me move it so you can see where they hit. I'm kind of far back. Hopefully you can see that, but they pretty much hit at my ankle. And again, I'm 5'9½", so if you're a taller girl, these will work for you. And then with the pump leggings, we also have that same 3-tier waistband. They are also mid-rise, so a little bit different than Amplify and Revive, but same exact thing pretty much as the shorts that I said. We still have the under glute butt lift. Hopefully you can see like the difference. I feel like when I get closer, it like washes me out a little bit, but so if you're more of a legging girl, but you still want to participate in the wonderfulness that is pump, you can still get pump leggings instead of pump shorts. But I am a shorts girl, especially now that summer's here. Houston is so hot in the summer. I don't think you won't catch me in leggings. I mean, even in the wintertime, I barely wear leggings. So I'm definitely a shorts girl, but if I were to get leggings, pump for sure. Like, no brainer, no freaking brainer. Also, I mentioned that I had socks on. We are dropping socks as well, which I guess I'll just show you now. So I have the white version of these socks on now, but they're just tall socks with our logo. Like that. I love them. And then we also have these no-shows that are going to drop. So we have black and white, and again, it has the Alphalete A on there. I will say compression with the leggings, it is compressive throughout the legs, like especially compared to Amplify. Amplify is like a lot less restrictive, but again, I like the compression. These feel a little bit less compressive than the emerald green shorts, if that makes sense, but still compressive. Again, still our tightest, most compressive fit. You can't beat this. You cannot beat pump. You just can't. Like my glutes look crazy. Okay, I now have on the Palace Blue pump leggings, obviously Palace Blue jacket too, but we'll get to that in a second. I want to finish off the legging segment. So again, the Palace Blue leggings feel less compressive than the Palace Blue shorts, but still love them the same, and they still fit amazing. The glutes still look incredible. Sometimes like when you get farther into the try on haul, it's like, I feel like I've said everything that I've wanted to say and now I'm just showing you colors. So it's like, what do I say aside from just stand here and turn, you know? So anyways, okay. These are the Palace Blue. I will show you the rest of the colors in the leggings, not you. I don't need you. So there are two colors in the shorts that do not come in leggings, and that is the ultraviolet. Where did you go? So ultraviolet, this color does not come in the leggings, and then white does not come in the leggings. But we have, like I just tried on, we have the emerald green, we have the Palace Blue here, we have black, we have Sahara, which is our nude, we have espresso, we love espresso, and then we have acai berry, which is our fuchsia color. All of them pretty much fit the same across the board. So yeah, those are the pump leggings. Even if we don't have a color in something, you can still make a fit with it with the same color from another thing. So for example, we have ultraviolet in the shorts, but we don't have an ultraviolet push tank, but we do have an ultraviolet bra. So like if you're a bra and shorts girl, you can still do that, if that makes sense. We just don't have the ultraviolet in a push tank. Right, now we'll get into the shape jacket because, I mean, I said this about the pump shorts, pump collection, but the shape jacket is truly that girl too. Like, I love her. She's so flattering. We don't, because it's a seamless jacket, there are no thumb holes, so I don't know, some people might be particular about that. I don't mind. I would love thumb holes. We just, since it's seamless, we don't have that. But it is compressive, but it's not super tight. I feel like it just shapes you perfectly. It's definitely more compressive in the arms versus the body. Here you can kind of see it's a little bit looser here, but still it's honestly, the material is like very light. It's not super heavy. So this is like a perfect summer jacket. Like if it gets cooler at night where you live, this is the perfect thing to bring with you and just throw on. A cool thing with the zipper too is like when you zip it up, it has this lock feature. So if you see how it moved, but if I go down, it's locked and it's not gonna move from there because I locked the zipper. Isn't that so cool? So yeah, you can obviously go all the way up if you want, but I like to keep it kind of like right there, a little bit more flattering. And then we have Alphalete right there. We have some detailing here, which just kind of, like I said, contours your body, makes you look all good and snatched. And then here is the back. Shape jacket comes in a few colors as well. So we have black, of course. We have white. We have Sahara, acai berry, and then emerald green. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was talking about the shape and like how it contours you perfectly. It kind of dips in the front, so it goes like a little slight V, and that just shapes you so perfectly. I don't know what the women's design team is doing, but they are crushing it because it's so flattering. And then, I mean, you can even see from the side, like it just dips down slightly to give you a very nice shape. Now we have the sandy bra, and I'm only gonna try on this color just because the fit in all of the colors is the same across the board. So I'll show you the colors in a moment. But this is the sandy bra. I like to say that we called it the sandy bra because it kind of looks like seashells. Here, it kind of contours up, and then we have this nice detail here where it squeezes in. So it just is very flattering for your bust. And we, of course, have our A logo here, and then it comes down into like a V taper. It does have adjustable straps. And the cool thing about the adjustable straps is that you can wear them normally. So like a normal bra, we have straight up and down with the straps, or you can remove this part. So as I did, I undid this, And then you can switch them so that it's then crossed back, which is exactly how I'm wearing it. So I'm wearing it crossed back. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have bigger lats, and not just that, but I also hold a lot of my fat in my upper back. So I like bras that are a little bit less compressive, less tight. So me crossing the straps gives me the support, but feels a little less tight than how it felt when I wore it normally. Now I will say it still does squeeze my lats. Like I'll step back. It still is kind of tight on me. My favorite bra that we have is the Amplify open back, just because it's looser, it's not as compressive, it just feels better on my back. But if I were to get the Sandy bra, I would wear it this way, where it's crossed. And then something that was a little different between the bra and the push tanks, like I said, the push tanks had gold detail, so this little bit on the push tank was gold, but on the bras, this little thing, I don't even know, the strap to adjust your bra strap, I don't know what to call it, but that matches the color of the bra. So like this one is green to match the emerald green. The one on here is blue, and then all of the other colors have the same thing. So it just matches the color of the bra. Whereas with the push tanks, we have that gold detail. Focus on that, not me. It's not gonna focus. But you can see, regardless of if it's focused or not, that it's gold. So that's just like a little bit of a difference between the push tanks and the bras. And then I think the last thing I want to note about the bras is they do have a pad, a removable pad. So I'm not a pad girl. I do have the pads in this one just because I'm doing my try on haul, but if I were to be at home or like whatever wearing this just on my day-to-day, I would take out the bra pads because I'm not a bra pads girl. So it's nice to have that option. I know some girls do like that, some don't. So you can remove it, take it out, do whatever you want with it. Now, colors that we have in this bra, oh, I grabbed a random hanger. We have ultraviolet, acai berry, emerald green, Sahara, and then we have black and white. So pretty much all of the colors that the shorts come in, actually, yeah, all of the colors the shorts come in except for espresso. We do not have an espresso, which is our brown, in the bra. So that's the only one that doesn't come in the Sandy bra. All right, just to show you one more color with the shape jacket and the pump leggings, I threw on acai berries just so you can see. But again, the shape jacket across the board in all colors fits the same, and then same with the pump leggings. I just wanted to show one more color because I love acai berry and never thought that I would be an acai berry pinky purpley girl, but here I am. Okay, I knew there was something that I wanted to say that I was missing about the shape jacket. I'm wearing a size large, and I would say true to size or size down if you want a tighter fit. But again, it's already pretty compressive in the arms. The only area where it might be a little looser is like your stomach area, midsection, but again, it's not even that loose. Like if I turn to the side, you can still see it's very form-fitting. So I would stay true to size with the shape jacket. And then all bottoms, I'm wearing a large as well. Okay, I'm gonna run through the Tenacity stuff real quick. Tenacity is the softest, most buttery material ever. It's very comfortable. I would wear it for like Pilates, yoga, like hanging out. In terms of like a real weightlifting session, I'd probably stray away just because it's super stretchy, super soft, and like the shorts do roll a lot on me. They are 5-inch and they are mid-rise, but again, I'm a high-rise girl, so I like to pull them up a little bit. I think in one of my last the last try-on haul I did, I compared this material to like Lululemon's Align. So if you're familiar with that material, it's that same buttery soft material, but this is better because it's seamless. And honestly, I think this one's a little bit more buttery. But these do have a hidden butt scrunch, so it's not like super out there. It's on the inside, which I can show you. So there's the butt scrunch. But when you put it on, it looks like it's just like a seam almost. I didn't say what they were called. So they're called the, uh-oh, don't lose my microphone. They're called the dip back short because they have this like slight V. I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of just dips back slightly there. So that's why they're called dip back. So we have that, and then we have that hidden butt scrunch. Here we have a seam that just kind of comes down into a V, so very flattering on your body there. Okay, so I have the color cerulean on, which is like a baby blue color. It's like a sky blue. And then it also comes in black, silver, which is like a gray, ultraviolet, and then neon coral. Very summery colors is what we have for the dip back shorts. And then they also come in dip back leggings. The only color that doesn't come in the leggings is the neon coral. So these are in the shorts. This color's in the shorts, but not in the leggings. These are literally the softest leggings I've ever worn. I feel like I am wearing a cloud. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but holy crap. Like, they're so soft and buttery. You just have to feel for yourself because these are so incredibly comfortable. I would be at home chilling in these, like, no question. So I just wanted to show you the dip back leggings. They are mid-rise as well, same as the shorts, the dip back shorts. We still have that little seam here that kind of dips in the front, so very flattering there. And then the hidden butt scrunch as well, and the little dip back here. The inseam on these is 27.25. So they're a little bit longer than the pump, but let me step back. Hopefully you can see they still hit me pretty much down on my ankle. So still tall girl friendly here. And then also we have our logo, which I don't know if it's pulling it up because I'm right by the ring light, but it's like a monochromatic. So it's blue on blue. So the leggings, like I said, come in black. Oh, black, silver, ultraviolet, and then the cerulean that I have on. Now I also have on the lina bra, which we have dropped before. The lina bra is nothing new. It's same material, so it's very soft, very buttery. The cool thing about this is it has adjustable straps in the way that you can wear it kind of like these straps in for a more crisscross look, or you can move it out so that it's more straight up and down. Like that. So that's how I have it mostly, is I moved the straps over. So it's like a normal bra straight up and down, or you can move it so that they're inside if you want more of like a cute back. Both backs are cute, but just different, you know? So that's a cool little feature of the bra. We have little darts here as well. And of course, we have the bra pads that you can remove right here. So you can just pull that guy out if you don't like bra pads, like me. And then I don't know if I mentioned the colors already, but we have the cerulean, which I have on, neon coral, ultraviolet, and then silver. The bra, the shorts, and the leggings, I have on a large bra. I would stay true to size. And then if anything with the bottoms, I would size down because it's such a soft, buttery, stretchy fabric. I think you could get away with sizing down just so that it doesn't like fall off of you as you wear them. Because even when I walk around, I can kind of feel like it's kind of loose, which I don't mind. Like it still very much fits, but for a tighter fit, for this waistband to stay like where I put it, I would probably size down to a medium. Very comfortable. I love them. Okay, I have to be really quick because my camera just died on the last clip and it's only on 5%, but I want to get this finished because this is the last piece. So this is the Lina bodysuit. I am wearing a size large. I would size down. I actually got this in a black and I sized down to a medium because the material is so soft and stretchy and comfortable and buttery. So you can size down here, but I do have on a large for the sake of this try-on haul. It does have the same exact hidden glute scrunch. We still have that seam here, which comes down, dips down, just for a little bit more of a flattering waist. And then again, we still have that hidden glute scrunch. And then same with the Lina bra. This, you can adjust the straps so you can bring them in if you want more crisscross, or you can bring them out to be more straight up and down. And then clearly we have an open back feature here. And then on the glutes, we have this seam that comes down, dips down, more flattering there. I didn't want to take up too much time because my camera is going to die. But that is the Lina bodysuit. Super comfortable, very soft, very buttery. We have the darts here. And then we still have the removable bra pads. It also has a built-in bra, which you can actually see kind of right there. All right, I got 3%. So the last thing I want to say is the inseam here is 5.5 inches. But like I said with the shorts, this material is so soft and buttery that it does roll on me, kind of similar to the pump. Like I have bigger legs, so I don't know if that's why it rolls, but just be mindful of that. If you have bigger legs, it might roll. But it is a 5.5 inch inseam. All right, you guys, that is it for my haul on drop 3, which is pump plus some tenacity stuff. But pump, again, she is that girl. You will not regret any purchase. If you get anything from the line, you will absolutely love it. So if you get it, use code Cora at checkout. Save you some money. Let me know if you use my code so I can send you a thank you. I really do appreciate any support that anyone gives me at all, even if it's just a comment on this video. That is it.